What's up, everybody? If you have fallen off the horse, so to speak, you've stopped doing something that you used to do consistently, whether it's been days or weeks or months or maybe even years, whether it's going to the gym, making your outbound calls, staying consistent, whatever it is, making your content, being nice to people, eating healthfully, I don't care, whatever it is, if you've stopped doing a thing you used to do consistently for any reason, now's the time to get back to it. But I want to remind you of 3 things that you should remember to help you get back on the horse, start moving forward again so you can rebuild the momentum you used to have when you were actually doing the thing. And this has been top of mind for me recently as I've just been on 4 weeks of paternity leave as we welcomed our 3rd child into the world. And I had 4 weeks off of work, and I also decided to not make content over that period of time. And rightfully so, like I loved staying away from making content to be present with my family, with my 2 older kids and my newborn and my wife, and to help out as much as possible. And also, I love making messages that uplift and encourage and inspire and empower and educate people to tap into their greatest potential, just like this message that I'm making for you right now. And so I've been excited to get back to it, but I've seen that losing momentum by stopping something that you used to do consistently can actually hurt. But if you're finally ready to get back to it, then you really got to be convinced and you really got to have what it takes to move forward instead of just dabbling or thinking about it so that you can actually take action with the passion, intensity, and vitality that you need to actually make the thing work so you can quickly get the momentum back. And so because I'm just now getting back to making content from 4 weeks of not doing that, it's been top of mind for me and I've been thinking about it for myself. So I want to share with you my thoughts as I'm thinking about getting back to doing things like content and getting back into the normal work life and routines. And so the first thing that I think you have to remember that I'm trying to remind myself is remember to give yourself grace. I'm like, man, it's easy to beat myself up because even though I know for certain it was the right move to not make content so I could be fully present with my wife and my kiddos, it can be hard. Like if you've been doing a thing for weeks or months or years, like I've been making content for a long time and I've kind of been on this roller coaster of like I do it consistently, then I take a break. So this is not unusual, or this is not that this hasn't happened before, and that's why I feel like I'm in a position to talk about it because I've done the thing where I'm consistent and then I fall off, and then I'm consistent and then I fall off. And so I'm working to help myself get back into it. So the first thing is like, I know I've got to have grace for the season that I was in for 4 weeks. Like my priority should be my family. And that was the right decision, but it doesn't mean I don't have these thoughts of like, oh man, I missed out on 4 weeks of making the content. Like if you're an ambitious, driven, high achiever and you want to do the thing and you're just so irritated by losing momentum, you might feel like it's easy and the right thing to do to beat yourself up. But the truth is you got to give yourself grace, because if you're just looking at how you maybe think you failed by falling off the horse and not getting back up as quickly as you feel you should have, then beating yourself up only makes yourself weaker. Like if you think you literally had someone walk into your home and that person, you said, you know what? I failed miserably over the last week. Could you just beat me up really quick? Like physically being beat up by another person. The question is, do you think that would help you be more effective, or would you be less effective after that beating physically? For most of us, probably less effective. And so why do I bring that up? Because just like we can physically be beat up, we can also mentally, emotionally, spiritually beat ourselves up to the point that we become less effective, that we wear ourselves down, that we're just so ruined by our own emotional state that we actually are not in a position to be as effective as possible to take the action and actually get the momentum back. And so what I've realized is that high performers, once they fall off the horse, they don't dwell about being off the horse. They don't dwell on how much it hurt or how far they fell down the horse. Like, dude, let's get back up on the horse. And even if it's weeks later, because for whatever reason it was important for them to get off the horse for a little period of time. Maybe they didn't even fall off the horse. You're like, I have to get off the horse. Just like with my paternity leave, I'm like, I have to get off the content production horse. I'm not going to do that for 4 weeks. I intentionally made that decision. But man, I can't dwell on the fact that I didn't do it. I've got to get back to it. And the best way to get back to it is to give yourself grace and have peace of mind that you made that decision, or that even if you didn't make the decision and it just happened to you for whatever reason, you got kicked off the horse or thrown off the horse, you have to remember that the past is the past. And the best place for the past to stay is in the past. And if you keep it in your head right now, it's not going to serve you to go forward. So the first thing you have to do is remember to give yourself grace for the fact that it is what it is in the past, and now is your time to make a new decision. The second thing you have to remember, I believe, and I'm reminding myself of, is remember why. Remember why you even did this in the first place. Like, why do I want to make content? Why do you want to get back to the gym? Why do you want to eat healthfully? Why do you want to make your prospecting calls? Why do you want to, whatever it is, write your thank you notes. why. See, I get fired up making this content because I believe, at least in my experience, I found that people have been inspired and encouraged and empowered, and they feel like this was helpful content. Maybe for some people it wasn't, but for some people it is. For enough people, it was helpful to make me feel like this is important and helpful and adds value to the lives of other people. And so my why is that I'm helping people to better their lives, whether it's to be inspired or encouraged or uplifted or to be reminded of their strength and their abilities and their potential, or to give tactics and strategies for their ability to tap into more of their own greatest potential so they can do the great things that they're here to do. So that why gets me fired up and passionate to make the content to help even more people. But I believe that if we're not reconnecting with the why, then doing the what doesn't actually matter as much. And so my hope is that you had a strong enough why in the first place that even if you were thrown off the horse, not because you had to do it, or maybe you intentionally made the decision like I did with the paternity leave, you're like, there are other priorities in my life right now that have to take precedent, then you can come back to saying, man, I want to get that passion reignited for why I was doing the thing in the first place. I want to get healthy and go to the gym every day because I want to be strong for my family, or I want to be healthy and have longevity. Or I was making the cold calls or the outbound outreaches because I want to build my business or make more sales or help more people with my products and services. Or maybe it's I want to get back to writing thank you notes because people have been so good to me and I've been so blessed in my life that I want to make sure that I'm recognizing people in a really thoughtful way by writing these notes or by sending messages and texts to people that I care about that I haven't talked with in a while. Whatever it is for you, like remember your why. And I know this sounds so simplistic, but if you're anything like me, you need reminded of the simple stuff. I need reminded that I need to remember my why. And you might say, well, JJ, then maybe your why is not strong enough. I disagree. I think I've got a very strong why, but the more we remind ourselves of why we do a thing, the more we're connected to it. The more reps we get for telling ourselves the reasons for taking action, the more we're connected to it, the more we're connected to it, the more emotional intensity and passion and enthusiasm we'll have to actually take action consistently so we can rebuild that momentum that we maybe lost when we fell off the horse. The final thing we have to remember is that now is the time. Now is the time. You see, it's really cliche, but they say that the best time to plant a tree to have shade was 20 years ago. But the next best time is right now today. Because time will just keep passing if you keep not doing a thing. And I know this sounds obvious, but for most of us, it's easy to keep kicking the can down the road, even when we know we want to get back on the horse because we have a strong enough why. And we're excited to do the thing. But if we don't remember that, like, now's the time. Don't wait, don't hesitate. Like, I'm back to work. Paternity leave is done. And so now it's time to do the work, to get back to doing the thing, to find a way to make the content that I love to make, to help people, hopefully just like you, to be inspired, uplifted, encouraged, empowered, to be your very, very best and improve yourself every single day. So you got to realize that now is the time. Don't wait, don't hesitate. Don't think I'll do it next week or next month. Or man, how much farther down the road can I kick this can until it pains me so much that I have to get back and just decide now's the time. And I think way too many people wait for way too long and you lose even more momentum. If it's been a few weeks and you've lost momentum, well, it's going to be a little bit harder to keep the momentum since you lost it. But if you wait a few months or even a few years, it's going to be even more difficult. And if you wait more weeks, more days, more hours, more months to get back on the horse and start riding it hard and doing the thing with passion and enthusiasm and aliveness, the more you wait, the more energy you'll lose and the less connected you'll be to your why because you won't have seen it or felt it soon enough or recent enough. So my encouragement to you is get back on the horse today. What is the thing? Is it working out? Is it eating healthy? Is it being just generous with your time and talents and energy? What is your thing? Get back on the horse. Now is your time. And what's the one simple thing you can do to get back on the horse? Just get back on. Like for me making content, I didn't like plan it out. I wasn't spending weeks. I wasn't doing a bunch of research. I'm like, dude, get on the mic, press record, and talk. Share my idea. I spent like 2 minutes outlining this because I already knew it. I've been thinking about it a long time. I've fallen off the horse plenty of times before in my life with content and other things in my life that I know. Like I've been through this process before. I know what I got to do. I got to give myself grace. I got to remind myself of my strong why, my reasons for wanting to do this thing that I'm getting back on the horse with. And I got to remember, now's the time. Don't give it any more time for you to lose momentum, because the sooner you get back on it, the sooner you can start making the growth, the strides, and rebuild the momentum that you lost. So I hope this message resonates with you. If it did, and you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the podcast. And if you've really enjoyed it and you're excited about it, please hit send and share this, or share and send it to a friend or somebody you care about that could also get benefit from this message. And make sure you come back for more. So subscribe so you can get all the messages going forward. I'm excited to keep making podcasts just like this one to give you some ideas, insights, perspectives on my own journey. Not because I'm at the top of some mountain, but because I'm on this journey of climbing and working to climb and getting better and figuring out how to do this thing, falling down and getting back up, as I said just here in this episode. And I'd love to be able to share my thoughts and perspectives if it's helpful for you. If not, obviously don't come back. But if it is helpful, subscribe, and I look forward to sharing more with you next time. Be your best friend.